A sunny Sunday afternoon, July the 26th, 1992, and 10,000 Celtic fans head south for one of the most popular figures at Celtic Park, Tony Mowbray, his testimonial against his former side, his beloved Middlesbrough. Celtic sending down a full squad for this important match, but for Tony Mowbray the chance to look back on nearly a decade at the top with Middlesbrough and to look forward to what should be a glittering career with Celtic. And as he looked round Ayresome Park, he could hardly believe the crowd, 20,556, all coming to pay tribute to the man they call Mogger. Many of his old colleagues were there. Bobby Murdoch, the former Celtic great, the man who signed him as a 17-year-old when he joined Borough. Bobby, in those days, the youth coach and then the manager of the club. And Gary Pallister, who was at the heart of the defence with him for so long, now of course with Manchester United. So the match got underway with Celtic lining up Marshall, Morris and Boyd, Galloway, Mowbray, Gillespie, O'Neill, McStay, Craney, Nicholas and Collins. More about the subs shortly. A great afternoon, and early on we saw Tom Boyd showing us what he does best. A dash down the left wing, but the ball there intercepted. Look out in the Middlesbrough side for Pearce, Parkinson and Phillips, Kernahan, Mohan and Proctor, Slavin, Falconer, Wilkinson, Henry and Wright. Bernie Slavin, of course, self-confessed Celtic fan, and a man who scored a lot of goals for Borough over the past 3 or 4 years since moving down south from Albion Rovers. John Collins there in the thick of things, along with Mike Galloway. Nice chip from Gary Gillespie out to the left to Tom Boyd. First touch for Paul McStay, combining well with Charlie Nicholas, but the attack there just breaking down. The Celtic substitutes this afternoon: Pat Bono, Derek White, Joe Miller, Tommy Coyne, Peter Grant, Darius Dubček and Mark McNally. So another stiff test for Celtic, undefeated of course in Ireland, and this game and then the match against Manchester United before the big kick-off and the very difficult match at Tynecastle against Hearts. John Collins in the thick of the action there, again releasing Tom Boyd down the left. Tom Boyd looking very lively in Ireland, and again here down at Ayresome Park. Craney wide to O'Neill. Celtic finding it tough to get through the Middlesbrough defence, so John Collins having a buzz there from the edge of the box. A pensive Celtic bench there led by Liam Brady, Mick Martin there as well. As Celtic come forward again, John Collins with a chance. Well collected there by goalkeeper Pearce. It's 10, number Henry from Middlesbrough. But a good run here by big Gary Gillespie. Left to John Collins, some good work by the midfield player. And a timely tackle breaking down the Celtic attack. John Henry again collecting for the Borough. And there's Bernie Slavin. But just too much purchase on that one and no real problem for Gordon Marshall. Celtic fans though applauding good work there by Slavin. Charlie Nicholas now, who enjoys these kind of conditions and these exhibition games, with Mike Galloway. Galloway, great efforts and a good stop there by Pearce. It's Galloway and McStay, still 0-0 in the first half in this Tony Mowbray testimonial match. Nicholas and O'Neill. Good ball infield, chance for the shot there. Just off the bar. And a great chance for Celtic there to get an early lead. But at the other end, Gordon Marshall watches the ball come off the post, and that was a lucky break for Celtic. Caught unawares. But John Collins trying to take the pressure off the defence. So chances at both ends. Jerry Craney. Out to Brian O'Neill. Charlie Nicholas looking and receiving. Shuffling just outside the box. Lovely chip from Charlie. And Pearce just touching it over the top. But the best chance of the first half went to the home side. A Parkinson free kick. High into the box. A flashing header there from Proctor and a great save by Gordon Marshall, denying Proctor the chance there of opening the scoring for Middlesbrough. Paul McStay now for Celtic. But finding it difficult to get through, and a real chance on here just before the interval. 43 minutes gone as Middlesbrough come forward. The shot from Wilkinson. Paul Wilkinson slots it past Gordon Marshall, and the home fans are happy as the sides go in at half-time. 1-0 to Middlesbrough. A few changes for the second half. Gordon Marshall being replaced by Pat Bonner, Derek White coming on for Gary Gillespie, and Tommy Coyne replacing Jerry Craney. Real chance here for Charlie Nicholas, but the ball just overrunning him, and Pearce down to collect. John Collins running through, but no real danger there for Middlesbrough. They also made a few substitutions at half-time, throwing on Peake for Faulkner and Payton coming on for Wright. Gittins replacing Mohan. So both sides making 3 changes at half-time. No problem for big Tony Mowbray in that occasion, as the wind was coming up in the second 45, and the wind was put up Celtic here with this cross. Pat Bonner had it covered, although that could have been a nasty cross there. Still 1-0 to Borough, as Celtic now try to build down the left. Middlesbrough showing just why they've got a place in new Premier League down in England. Bernie Slavin with the chance. Pat Bonner, good positional play by the Irish international goalkeeper. Both keepers having played well in Ireland as Celtic come forward. Collins down to Coyne, to Paul McStay, swivels and shoots, but collected by Pearce. Charlie Nicholas always difficult to dispossess when he's shielding the ball in that fashion. To Tom Boyd. Good challenge by skipper McStay. Infield to Charlie Nicholas, and the effort over the bar. McStay putting Galloway on the run. 25 yards out, tries the shot, well collected by Pearce. That's his favourite distance. We've seen Mike Galloway strike one already on the pre-season tour from that distance, as Celtic try to break down this defence, which, although it's now lacking Tony Mowbray, is well marshalled. Chris Morris now up over the halfway line. He's got Joe Miller now on. Mike Galloway going down there, heavy tackle, but Paul McStay on the run, tries the cross. Oops. Well headed there by the officer. Good sporting crowd there. Corner then to Celtic. Mowbray's header, and a shot from Tommy Coyne. He scored in every game in the pre-season friendlies. He's done it in the Tony Mowbray testimonial. 83 minutes on the clock. Middlesbrough 1, Celtic 1. Good corner kick by Joe Miller, headed on by Tony Mowbray. And there was Tommy Coyne to make it 1-1. That's how it finished. Tony Mowbray cheering and clapping the Celtic supporters who'd come here in their thousands. 10,000 Celtic fans making the journey to Teesside, which is a great achievement, especially during the holiday period, letting Tony Mowbray know that he'll never walk alone. Tony Mowbray said afterwards, it's the best day of his life. That's what he told the Celtic View. And a great afternoon for Celtic as he threw his jersey to the crowd, and he was swamped there by some of the fans.